Welcome back. Today we traveled to Minneapolis, Minnesota to take a hike at an absolute gem. I'm of course referring to the Eloise Butler Wildflower Garden. The trail is a 1-mile walk through the oldest public wildflower garden in the United States. The trails are either well-maintained boardwalks or mulched paths. The hike took us about 35 minutes to complete when we factored in the frequent stops to marvel at all of the beautiful flowers. The main parking area is small, but you can use the overflow spots lining the one-way road in, marked parallel parking sections. There was a volunteer at the booth outside of the trail that we stopped at a minute to chat with about the trail. I encourage you to do so as well. The volunteers can give you good insight on the trail ahead. The trail heads off in several directions, but we chose to take the path to the left. There is a small building at the base of this first winding decline. It has a few more volunteers and lots of interesting information and items that the little hikers enjoy. My little hikers particularly enjoyed the station that lets you see the texture of certain items you might find on the trail up close. The route we took from there kind of snaked through the garden, first over at Geranium Path, then through Lady Slipper Lane, which was mainly boardwalk over the wetland area. There were gorgeous flowers on either, and some sprinkled in along the walk as well. From there, we headed back up the woodland path before turning right up a small hill. This brought us to an area that was a prairie with large oaks all around. We paused up on one of the hills overlooking the central path to sit on one of those fantastically placed benches. We couldn't help but enjoy the moment sitting under such a beautiful tree. From there, we wound around this remaining prairie section once again, admiring the beautiful trees this habitat has. The trail then curves around another hill and takes you back into the woods. Shortly after that section, you find yourself back at the beginning. The history of the park, found on their website, is well written and fascinating. It's incredible to read about the passion behind creating this amazing garden for future generations to enjoy. As Minneapolis grew, Eloise Butler and her friends were sure to protect this bog, meadow, and hillside. She was a botany teacher who collected and shared her knowledge of native plants and flowers, even taking her students to the garden during her teaching days. In 1911, the Minneapolis Women's Club petitioned the park board to appoint a full-time curator for the garden, in which the club ended up paying the salary for in order to help continue this passion project. They appointed Eloise Butler, and she continued to care and share her knowledge after retiring, and up to the last moments of her life, she was in the garden. We don't have time enough to share all the wonderful history, but we would recommend reading it on their website. Also, under garden details, there are peak display times if you are looking to see your most favorite flowers, as they approximate what time of the year is best to see them in the garden. My favorite part of this trail is so hard to pick. Everything about it was fantastic. There were so many birds singing in the woods when we parked and walked up. It was practically an orchestra of birds. The flowers are also cool and beautiful. We couldn't help but stop to look at them when we passed. The trail itself was this awesome mulch trail. It reminded me of the Kaplan Woods Trail in Owatonna, but somehow softer and nicer to walk on. The parks that aren't mulch are all well-maintained boardwalk. That goes over the wetland. There was just so many things about this trail that were fantastic. I don't think I can pick any particular one, which was better than any of the others. It's a great trail, and you should definitely take the time to come and see it. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to follow us as we explore new and exciting local trails across the US, hit that subscribe button.